Are you looking for the best 3D printer for miniatures? In this video we will look at some of the best 3D printer for miniatures on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. We have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Anycubic Photon Mono 4K Resin. The original Anycubic Photon Mono caused quite a stir when it was introduced, with new levels of performance from an affordable 3D resin printer. Now the higher resolution 4K version delivers even more detail, and for 3D miniatures, there is no better printer for the money. The 6.23-inch monochrome screen has a resolution of 3840 x 2400 pixels, or 727 ppi. Horizontal precision is 35 microns. Combine that with a layer height of just 10 microns and the result is class-leading detail. The high contrast ratio, the difference between exposed and unexposed pixels, makes for particularly crisp edges and corners. This device is quite fast too, with a maximum speed of up to 50 mm, 2 inches, per hour. The machine comes ready to use, just requiring leveling. The touch screen panel is easy to use, and the free Photon Workshop software provides all the necessary control. Number 2. Elegoo Mars 2 Pro Mono MSLA. Those people looking at budget-friendly 3D printers for creating miniatures will certainly want to consider the Elegoo Mars 2 Pro. Experts often compare it with our top pick, the Anycubic Photon Mono 4K, and the two are separated by relatively small differences. The print screen on the Elegoo is 6.08 inches with 2K resolution, giving 2560 x 1620 pixels, though ppi, pixels per inch, is not quoted. Vertical pixels are 10 microns, which is typical of many resin 3D printers, and horizontal pixels are 50 microns. While the statistics aren't as impressive as for K machines, in real-world use the differences in detail are actually quite small. The definition on finished models is not as high as some other 4K printers can provide, but you have to look closely to see the difference. The printer's speed is a competitive maximum of 50 mm, 2 inches, per hour. Number 3. Creality Ender 3v2. Let's get the negatives out of the way first. When compared to even the lowest resolution 2K resin printers, a filament printer like the Creality Ender 3v2 provides noticeably lower definition. Layers are thicker, and although nozzles as fine as 20 microns are available, they can never capture the same detail. Additionally, like most filament 3D printers, the Creality Ender 3v2 requires extensive assembly that will take at least a couple of hours. You might wonder why we would recommend this machine as among the best 3D printers for the beginners to start miniature modeling. There are several reasons. Filament 3D printing is much more forgiving than resin. While proper ventilation is still important, the filament itself is non-toxic and it's also cheaper than resin. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, Creality has renowned customer support to help people overcome any problems, and there is also a huge online community for learners to take advantage of. Number 4. Anycubic Photon Mono X 6K Resin. For the keen 3D miniature maker, everything about the Anycubic Photon Mono X 6K is impressive. It's in effect a major upgrade to our top pick, the 4K model. The screen is larger at 9.25 inches and the resolution is 5750 x 3600 pixels. Horizontal pixels are just 34 microns, the smallest in its class. It's fast too, printing at up to 80 mm, 3.15 inches, per hour. The result when printing 3D miniatures is an outstanding amount of fine detail, particularly for faces, hair, fur, dragon scales, etc. What's more, the extra build volume allows for larger figures, modest-sized pieces of terrain, or for several small models to be printed at the same time. All with the same high definition. The price will take this printer out of the reach of some 3D miniature modelers, but for others, the quality of the finished pieces will be worth the investment. It does take patience to set up properly, and while faults are few, buyers have the same complaints about poor customer support from the company as they do with the 4K model. Number 5. Phrozen Sonic Mini 4K LCD Resin. The Phrozen Sonic Mini 4K is a direct competitor for the Anycubic Photon 4K and makes a strong argument as the best 3D printer for miniatures. They are frequently the top two in independent reviews. While the Anycubic model takes our top spot for its combination of quality and value, the Phrozen Sonic Mini 4K has a definite advantage when it comes to speed. Its screen size is 6.1 inches, and in this case 4K resolution is 3840 x 2160 pixels with 722 ppi. Horizontal pixels are 35 microns, and layer height is 10 microns. Technically the Phrozen and the Anycubic have almost identical print specification, and the detail for 3D miniature printing is excellent. However, the Phrozen can run at an impressive 80mm, 3.15 inches, per hour, which is around a 30% improvement over its closest rival.